Okay, I'm going to perform the air brake test, which will consist of the governor cut-in, cut-out test, the applied pressure test, the low air warning test, as well as the spring brake pop-out test. So, the first thing I'm going to do is release both my tractor and trailer parking brakes and continue to build my air pressure to full operating range. When I release the brakes, you need to make sure that your vehicle is on level ground and not rolling. Now I'll just wait until my air pressure builds up to the full operating range. But I help it along by pressing the accelerator. Great. Full operating range in this truck is approximately 125 psi, somewhere around that range. Now, my governor cut-in, cut-out test. My governor should cut in no lower than 85 psi and should cut out no higher than 130 psi. I'm going to press the pedal once every 5 seconds and wait until the needle begins to rise. My first press. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. My needle is not rising, so I press it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My needle is still not rising, so I press it again. 1, 2, 3. Now I can noticeably see that the needle is rising at 100 psi, so my governor cut in at 100 psi. Now I'm just checking to see when my governor will cut out. I'll press my accelerator and help it along. My governor has cut out approximately about 125 psi. I know this because my needle has stopped. Now I will do my applied pressure test. I will turn my engine off. With my engine off and my brakes released, allowing my needle and air pressure gauges to stabilize and settle, I should lose no more than 4 psi for a combination vehicle. If this was a single vehicle, I should lose no more than 3 psi. I'm going to press and hold for 1 full minute. My air pressure drops to approximately 115 psi. I'm going to hold it for 1 full minute. For the sake of the example, I'm going to assume 1 minute is up. I check my gauge, my needle has not dropped at all, so I lost no pressure. This is a good test. My third test, which will be my low air warning test, my low air warning light should come on between 55 and 75 psi. I will turn on just the electricity. I'm going to press and fan my brake until my low air warning light comes on and stays on. My low air warning light came on at 70 psi, which is a good test. The next will be my spring brake test. At that point, I'll be checking to make sure my spring brakes will pop out. That should occur between 20 to 45 psi. I'm going to turn the electricity off to get rid of the ringing noise. As my pressure drops, I'm paying attention to my parking tractor and trailer brakes to see when they will pop out. Both brakes popped out at approximately 30 psi. So my spring brakes, both the tractor and trailer brakes, applied at approximately 30 psi, which is a good test.